Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast, all the stuff that we did not get to during the course of the show today. And we're also streaming this live, Facebook Live, too, so you can see our good-looking mugs. And the show got better looking because we have a guest here with us. Jared, he's a potty all the way from Colorado. How are you, man?
Doing great, doing great.
Appreciate you
Big fans.
coming in here today and hanging out with us. What brings you to our fabulous city?
So here for a meeting, but my kids are really the big potties. And so they said, I was here about a year ago, and they said, why didn't you go see Wally? So when they found out I was coming back, they said, you got to go see Wally.
Nice.
So
what do you do again?
So we sell minimally invasive scopes to look inside the body.
Yeah. If you heard the last break of the show on the podcast, if you've already listened to that, and we start off with me laughing, that was how he led. We were like right as we're going to that break, and then Becca and Betty start chanting colonoscopy. So the things you don't get to hear.
I wanted people to understand what was
happening.
happening.
Well,
I just wanted to be involved.
It's scheduled for tomorrow. I'm like, well, let's just knock it out today.
Yes,
That's right.
exactly. He's here. I'm like, but he sells things. He's not an actual doctor.
Is minimally invasive really the best we can do, or can we bump that up a little for Wally?
I'm going to say that it is way beyond minimally invasive.
Do you know what the camera looks like?
I do.
Okay,
we actually sell them. Yeah.
As big as a dime?
So here,
A quarter.
Here's the thing. They come in different sizes.
Oh.
Yes, a quarter would be a good analogy. But here's my advice to you. They
yeah,
do sell,
I'm
they
all
do sell
ears.
pediatrics.
I'm all ears.
Which would be more dime size.
Okay.
So maybe ask for the pediatric
Ask for the
version.
baby one.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can ask for which one.
Well, you can ask. It
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean
You know what?
you'll get it.
Either knock me out or kill me. One of the two things. Don't care at this point. Oh, my
Is there
goodness.
anything that Wally should prepare for before?
Well, what I've heard, I've never had one
Okay,
myself,
yeah.
but what everybody says is the prep is the worst.
That's what I'm hearing,
today
too.
is going to be the worst part.
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up because I can't eat anything, and all of my friends are like, let's go and do show lunch. And I'm like, I can't eat.
Because we love you.
I know. No, that's not love.
And chicken sandwiches and
That's not
fries
love.
from Five Guys and the McRib and McDonald's
so
Coke.
good right now.
Tater tots.
I'm so hungry right now because I had dinner last night at 7, so I haven't been able to eat anything. And I know it's not a big problem. Like I could whine, like and you go first world problems. There are people that don't eat every day, so I get all of that. But I'm just hungry, and so I've been drinking apple juice all day. But I love soda, and I can't have Coke. And so today I brought in sparkling cider. So like the non-alcoholic sparkling cider. So I brought that in to celebrate today.
What are we celebrating?
I guess my colonoscopy and the fact that I'm drinking something.
Colonoscopy.
Hey, the good news is, because Marty, your wife, said that she wanted to wait to see how you did
Yes.
before she had hers. So you can, really build it up to sound really bad when she gets hers.
No, because then she won't do it. I'm going to tell her it's a walk in the park, even if it's the worst thing ever, because I want her to have to experience this too.
You want her to suffer as well.
Yes, that's life, man.
Is Marty the kind of person who would be like, nah, it's okay. I'm okay. I don't need to go. Like she forced you into it and she's going to back out?
I 100% could see that happening. I 100% could see that happening. And it concerns me a little bit for sure. I don't remember if these are twist off or not. I haven't had one of these since last Thanksgiving.
We're going to get some real telling info about your former life depending on how you open this bottle.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, but I forget your name. What is
Jared.
it?
Jared.
Okay, Jared, I hate to ruin your trip with
Not
Wally's
at all.
colon. So can you tell us what is your favorite segment of the show? What is it about the show that you love so much?
Yeah, that's a good one. So the questions.
Yes.
When people
Okay.
for birthdays, so my kids always love the questions.
Oh, okay.
So I was actually asking them if they had any questions for you guys.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Is that okay?
Oh,
Is it
okay,
okay
yeah.
if I have
Yeah,
some
bring it
questions?
on.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's see. Well, so Andrew, my oldest, he's the biggest potty in the family.
Okay.
He literally falls asleep to it every single night.
How
so,
awesome.
So tonight, this is what he'll be listening to.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Your
So-
dad's on his way.
Wake up!
Before you do that.
That is awesome.
So I said, so what do you want me to ask Wally? And he said, actually, I don't want you to ask him anything, but I know he and Zach want to get a drone.
Yes.
So he wants you to get the Tello drone.
Okay.
He says you could fly it in the studio.
Oh, really?
So
Is it the same
$100.
technology as the colonoscopy camera?
It's a little bit different. Maybe the same camera, but the delivery system is a little different.
I sure hope so. If they wheel me in and that doctor's got a remote control, like for a drone, I'm out.
So then Maddie, my next,
Yeah.
she wanted to know specifically your daughter Haley, does she like horses? Maddie loves horses.
Oh, okay. Haley, when she was little, she did. Like, we used to go, and a friend of ours had a horse named Estrella. which means star in Spanish. And so we went and rode that when she was little. But then as she got older, I thought she was going to volunteer at a horse place, and she went once, and then she got scared of things and ended up not volunteering. Then I was actually kind of sad because I like horses, and it's a fear for her now. So that's really cool that does your daughter ride a lot?
A little bit.
Yeah.
She took lessons. That was a birthday present a couple years ago.
Very cool.
Big into horses.
Yep. Nice.
So then we have 4. So then Jane is our next. Yeah, Jane is our next. She just wanted to know your overall thoughts on hedgehogs.
On hedgehogs?
I guess. She loves hedgehogs. I
want a hedgehog. They seem like a really cool pet because they're like better than a hamster or a gerbil. And they're really trendy, too, because I have my daughter, Haley, her best friend, loves hedgehogs. So anytime we see anything with hedgehogs, we get it. And hedgehogs and sloths, those two things. And we found a water bottle the other day at Costco that had a hedgehog and a sloth on the same water bottle. Like, what are the odds of that?
Did you get 2 for them?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
nice.
yeah, and so I love hedgehogs. Did she have one?
She doesn't. We had a neighbor that had a hedgehog, and that sealed the deal that we'll never have a hedgehog.
Oh, surprise! Surprise for you kids! Don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but your dad's bringing home a hedgehog from the strip. So yay!
Best dad ever.
On the airplane. That'll be what carry on.
That was for the camera.
Service support hedgehog.
Yes.
So then Nora, our youngest, so she's currently going through some treatment. So she has a little Tubi.
Okay.
And so she wanted to know if you guys could name her Tubi. Because I know you guys are good at naming things.
Yeah, that is good. I like that. So is this like a port kind of thing?
Yeah.
The tube?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Like a Metaport.
Wow. Yeah, because you want that to be really cool.
Right.
Teletubby. Teletubby.
Teletubby.
That kind of hits me. How old is she?
Yeah, she is 6.
6. Okay, so Teletubby.
The tubester.
The tubester.
The tubester.
What is her name again?
Nora.
I was thinking of a playoff of YouTube. What would be a good playoff of YouTube? Nortube. Thinking.
My husband has a port as well, and so in the medical community, I have another friend who her husband was getting a port, and they photoshopped him with like an Iron Man thing, like because that's what he was expecting, but the port's like actually really tiny, so you could like name it the Robert Downey Jr. I mean, maybe not 6-year-old Nora level,
I
quite,
don't think
but
she'll even know it, but I like the concept.
That's
Joey.
the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's hard to say. That is tough. Schwarzentuber.
I say the tubester.
The tubester?
All right. That's fun. I like it.
Tubester.
I like it.
All right. So then the last one, my wife Jessica, she actually, it's not so much a question, but she kind of has a bone to pick with Betty.
Oh, good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because we're from South Dakota originally, and apparently you slammed South Dakota a little while ago.
did?
You did?
Yeah, it was the questions about like the questions that people Google.
Yes.
And the one from South Dakota was not a great reflection on South Dakota.
Right. Oh yeah. Like because it was
like my problem.
It was something about like what's there to do.
What's the meaning of
What's
life?
there to be thankful for?
What is there to be thankful for?
Yes, that was it.
Yeah, we did not Google
How did that fall on me then?
I don't know.
Well, sounds like your wife needs to get a hobby.
Okay.
Wait.
Well, now she has another bone to pick.
Well, she was just going to invite you to South Dakota to come experience it.
Yeah.
But.
You just experienced the whole range of Betty emotions. You go from like petting it like a cat, like, oh, this is really sweet, and then it looks at you, goes and bites you. That's rock.
Side note: we have some Facebook comments for suggestions for the port name.
Ooh, all right.
I like it.
And this is both of them are play off of The Little Mermaid.
Oh,
because it was a
that's
thingamabob.
great
So
idea.
someone named it the
She would love that.
Thingamatube.
okay, I like that.
Yes.
Or you could name it like Ariel because that's the character.
Yeah.
So couple. I like
Thingamatube.
Thingamatube a lot.
I like Thingamatube. That's
Because
really
Kimmy
good.
suggested you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Thingamatube. I like
I
that.
like it.
Cool.
So thank you.
Well, there you go. That's
That's
awesome.
Don't
man.
thank me. Thank them.
Yeah, thank
I did
the
that.
internet.
Thank you. Yes.
That's awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you coming in and spending a little time with us, and you guys, your whole family
giving us
listening.
a better understanding of what Wally's going to be going through tomorrow. A quarter size. Does anyone have a quarter? No. I'd say that's about.
No, it's not that
So
big.
that's like silver dollars.
Yeah. Let's not be crazy. But the whole time, though, all I could picture was a roll of quarters. I'm like, oh, man, this is so not good. Now my eye's twitching. When I get nervous, my eye twitches.
Oh, we got a quarter.
we got some quarters.
Okay, so Zach has a quarter.
Hey, thanks,
Let's look
Zach.
at
You're
this.
very helpful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty big.
That's a
Look how-
little bit bigger than what they actually are. But
That's a little. Oh, this is a little bit.
yeah, quarter's a little bit bigger, but
hoping that you
I
would
would say
say
it's going to be between a nickel and a quarter for you.
Thanks.
Unless you
Appreciate
ask
that.
for the pediatric side.
Once again, just put me out, man, and then
ask
we
for the
never talk about this
pediatric one.
again.
Can I just get the baby scope?
Yes, ask for the
I will
baby
ask for that. I'm going to ask the doctor for that because I'm such a baby anyway. He's like, okay. Oh, that is fantastic.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, let's get on to some other business that we have with young intern Ryan, correct? No, Matthew.
Ryan.
Where did I get Ryan?
Way to end it. Way to end
Where did I get Ryan from? Ryan
We
the
did have a
temp.
Ryan.
Yeah.
We did have a
Well, we
Ryan.
had 2 Ryans.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Diabetes Ryan,
Okay, look.
and then Ryan.
I can't be held accountable for what I'm saying right now. I'm still picturing that quarter. All right. I will be honest with you. My head is in a different place.
Jared has ruined your day.
Yeah, Jared wiped me out today.
So this is intern Matthew.
Matthew.
He
Yes.
has a couple weeks left with
Middle
us.
name's Ryan.
But yesterday I got the email to fill out his intern evaluation.
You're so lucky that it went to Becca, for the record.
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but how are they going to hurt Becca's career?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't do anything to hurt her
there's not going to
career.
send more interns, which that's fine. No, just kidding. I decided to have Matthew rate himself because I wanted to see how it matched up. Also, at the end of the survey, they're like, "Do you want us to go over the results, or do you want to go over them with your intern?" And I'm like, "I want to go over with them on the Aftercast and on Facebook
Yeah,
Live."
exactly.
So that's what we're doing.
All
I like
right.
that. Can I
So-
be perfectly honest?
Yeah.
For about like 5 seconds there, when you brought in that sparkling cider, I thought it might have been for me.
Oh,
I
you
was
know,
like, no,
like a
they
celebration
do
of all
not
things
care.
Matthew
Yeah.
or Ryan.
No.
yeah, and I was like, he doesn't remember my name.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. I thought it might have been for me, and then you didn't even know who I was. So I quickly went, okay.
So the first section was rating yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on a number of things. We're not going to go through all of
Yeah,
those
I
because
was
there's a
very
lot of
generous.
them.
I was generous about myself.
Yeah, what is the lowest score you gave yourself?
Well, it went from 1 to 10. The lowest was probably an 8.
Okay. What area did you score yourself lowest in?
So like which questions did
Yeah.
I give myself the lowest scores? This would be one that we can see right here. The intern presented an appropriate professional appearance.
Let me see. You have a pink. Is that pink?
Yeah, that's pink.
Yeah, it's a good choice. A pink alien hoodie on.
I think I saw Justin Bieber wearing that.
Did you really?
Yeah, remember that picture that was going around where he was eating the burrito sideways
Yeah.
and it ended up not being Bieber?
And he was wearing a pink
wearing
hoodie like
hoodie
that?
just like this.
And
yeah.
he's got his cap
I
backwards.
think I actually have this. What does it say? We out.
We out here.
Ah.
I didn't get it because of that.
Okay.
Mm.
You got it because it was pink and you love pink. Okay, well, that's good. That's
Okay.
That's a choice.
So I actually gave you a 10 because it's radio. Like,
That's appropriate for radio.
yeah, exactly. Like, I'm pretty sure Betty's worn pajama pants a couple times.
Multiple times.
I think you always, like, if you're applying for a job in radio, you always overdress to get the
Right.
lay of the land, and then after that, you can see what everyone else wears
exactly.
and follow suit.
And I remember telling him in his intern interview that he doesn't have to dress up.
I went for a job one time, and I was doing a test show for like 3 days, and I made the mistake of wearing sandals. And for the next 3 days, they called me Man Sandal Wally, which then got shortened down to Mandals. They're like, "Here comes Mandals." I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
We have some comments on Facebook asking, Matthew, where'd you get your hoodie? Sadly, all of them are girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. What
well.
ladies' store did you get that at?
Oh. I don't know. Where did I get this? Probably like Zoomies or something like that.
Oh, that sounds
I got
fun.
this a while ago.
Where's Zoomies?
It's like a skater
online?
store.
Is it
kind of
really?
thing,
Is it
yeah.
like local?
No, they have them like in
It's
most
a chain.
malls.
Oh, I haven't even seen that here. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like a skater shop.
I remember like what is it, Sun and Ski or whatever that was always in there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's from the list. What's one thing that you gave yourself a high score on? I see a lot of 10s on this paper, by the way. So
Yeah.
what is one thing that you gave yourself a 10 on that you're like, yeah, I nailed this?
Let's see. The
Attendance
yes.
can't be that. We'll get to that in a minute.
The intern produced quality work.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. Like everything you were given to do, you did well. and you did a good job. Like he actually for the longest time, I didn't even know he was here some days. Like he came in and was unobtrusive and would go to his back studio and then just start working. And so, or whatever he's doing, I don't know what he's doing.
Whatever he's doing.
I'm assuming he's working. And so that was good. Like you just kind of starter. You kind of did your own thing where you needed to. That was good.
Oh yeah.
So I actually gave you a 10 on everything.
Oh, geez.
For that page.
You can't do that.
But okay, no, but
no room for
here's
growth.
This is where I was broken. When I worked at the bank, anything lower than a 10 was a failure, and that was the only thing I could think of when I was grading him. And there was nothing with you that I was like, that's really an issue that he needs to work on.
Right.
Now, she can't say that about all of our interns.
And as such, we didn't do this with all of our interns.
Yeah.
Though
Okay.
maybe we should.
I think so.
It would be funny.
I think it should be a thing.
So let's skip forward to what were your intern's greatest strengths and weaknesses? What, Matthew, did you put as your greatest strength?
Greatest strength? Let's see.
I hope you didn't flip the weakness thing as actual that's actually a strength. I hate when people do that.
No, 2 of them. I said quick turnaround on projects and tasks you guys need me to do, and willingness to take on extra work to learn more.
Yeah, that's accurate because you were always like, "Hey, can I learn more about this, or can you show me that?" So that's accurate.
What's your weakness?
I put
awesomeness. I'm too awesome. It's my weakness.
I put communication / connection to show host to you guys because I mean that's mostly just because it's like for 4 hours,
right,
2 days a week, and it's at 6 a.m. in the morning.
I will tell you this. That actually is a astute observation from you, and you honestly don't seem that smart. So maybe this is why we didn't
the reason why I did not try to connect so much with you.
No, that's a good observation. Because you are like, has anyone ever called you socially awkward?
No.
Okay, so you're socially awkward.
I don't think he's socially awkward.
No. And coming from him, it doesn't mean anything.
I love you guys. Like, what? No, no. But I think, in all seriousness, I think that's a good, accurate assumption because this is a hard room to break into.
Sure.
Because we're really tight-knit. And then also we have our jobs and we all know what we're doing. And there are a lot of times we're not communicating because we're just head down doing what we do.
You're on the air.
Yeah. And so you didn't get in there but that was the right way to do it actually because the people that try to push into that get pushed out of us really quickly. So that's a good observation.
Just to counter that, for your strengths, I put self-starter, showed initiative, quick learner. For weakness, I said that you could have been a little faster on screening phone calls. So your speed of things was maybe not the most accurate assessment.
But they turn around of the projects,
The turnaround of the projects, absolutely. And that's a deep end that you're thrown into for phone screening for sure. So you did a great job. That was not like a you're the worst.
No, area for improvement, but it's a tough job.
And so just one more thing I wanted to highlight. Did you want, I'll give you the choice, Wally. Do you want to go over what you said is something that is a growth area for him on the podcast, or should we save that for the Aftercast?
That might be too personal.
Okay, we'll save that for the Aftercast then.
Okay.
So you have to sit here and wait and see what we really
I don't want to see him. No one wants to see him.
I would like to say it's been an absolute pleasure to have you guys make me wake up at 4:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Good. That's it.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the world, man. It's not fun.
And we said we'd get to this in a second earlier. He did miss a day of his internship.
Right.
Just no show. But he showed up the next time with donuts.
Yeah, so that was important. That's a good life lesson if you ever mess up like that. Because I've never... I wouldn't miss a day as an intern, just me, how I'm wired. Like, I don't miss many days as an employee. I would always come to work, like, sick, and then make me go home if that was the case. Like, but again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just, and people will probably disagree with me, but, like, for me, like, I respect that. Like, I'm here, I'm all in. And I know you are, but I'm saying that you got knowing the room and how you connect with people and stuff. And if you would come in and I'd seen you sick, I was like, dude, go home. It's cool. I wasn't mad, obviously, but it's just a different tact. But the donuts was stellar.
The donuts was great. So we'll go over the rest later. Are you cool to hang out for another 20 minutes or so?
Totally.
Cool. Okay. Well, there you go. Intern Matthew, everybody.
Nice. Or Ryan.
Nice.
Or Ryan. I don't know. TBD. Also, I feel really icky holding this quarter.
I'll never look at quarters this time.
No.
Me either.
Thanks, Jared.
All right, so let's do some least of these.
Oh,
So it's like,
we're doing least of these.
I'm stuck.
Do we not have news?
We have news and least of these.
Oh, we're doing
What was that?
I'm stuck in my sweater vest. I'm so glad we're videotaping this today. Yes, I got stuck in my sweater vest. That's real manly.
So, okay, my brother is involved in the Facebook
is it
comments
Dirk?
again. No.
Why, Dan? Hang up.
Dan says to tell him to spend time around Dirk, and all of his weakness will disappear.
That's very true. Dirk's greatness will get on you, and you can only be awesome.
Yes.
Because Dirk is the favorite in Becca's family, who we all love.
Yes.
All right, what do you got?
Talking about the royal family. So in a recent interview, Prince William, he talked about how his dad, Prince Charles, who just turned 70, by the way, he is completely infatuated with the red squirrel. So supposedly they have some red squirrels that are scampering around their palace over in Buckingham. I don't know. But anyways, he loves them so much that he'll keep the doors and windows open so that they can come in the house. And he'll even keep nuts in the pocket of his coat.
Really? And feed them?
Yeah, and he'll let them kind of try and get into his coat.
That's crazy how much a royal and a homeless person in the park would have in common. Cause they love the little critters and they're kind and they feed them and stuff, and I love that. And so you've got the two really opposite extremes.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, Disney princesses are always singing to animals, so it kind of fits with the royal theme.
That is true.
If I was a royal, I would be so eccentric. I would use it as an excuse because you're bored. You don't do anything in life and you've got all this money. And it's why not be eccentric? I'd be like the guy that they're yeah, he lives with squirrels, and you're just give him something to talk about.
Well, we also talked about, might have been earlier this month, that he gets his shoelaces
ironed. Yes.
And he has his own royal toilet seat cover that travels with him.
Yep.
I mean, so
that's a little eccentric to me. Yeah.
Is it called a throne?
Yes.
Rate that.
No, don't please.
Oh,
please, no.
that was a negative 1.3.
It wasn't fully developed. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he's still working through it.
I know there's a joke there somewhere about a throne.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't good.
That was a royal flush.
Your
joke was.
Rate it, Betty.
That was a 7.2.
I think you're just being generous to prove a point, but that's okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. Was that our only least of these?
Yes.
I forgot. Okay, let's do some news.
I'm going to cut down to just one news story since we are a little short on
and Jared,
time.
our guest, is stuck here and needs to catch a flight.
Oh,
and
do you need to go?
He's I
you
can't
can leave.
Okay.
We're not that. I mean, there's no rules about exiting the studio.
He is getting into that window.
This is a scientific study that I'm almost afraid to bring up because it makes Wally look good.
Oh, good.
But they have found that men with facial hair are more attractive than men without it.
True story. Look at Jared and myself, and then look at Matthew and Zach. Well, Zach has facial hair. So Matthew, the ugliest one in here now.
But they ranked it, and they said that the most attractive thing was heavy stubble, about 10 days worth.
I can't do that. I wish I could.
That hurts.
Yeah, you see the guys with the 5 o'clock shadow and stuff like that. I would have loved to be able to grow that. I never could do that.
Yeah, so 10 days stubble was the most attractive, then full beard, then light stubble, and then clean shaven was dead last. And they said that there's no real explanation, but their theory is that it makes men look more masculine and said, quote, beards may be more attractive as they indicate a male's ability to successfully compete socially with other males for resources.
That's right. It's very primal and exactly. And we are hunter-gatherers and protectors.
I think it's more that the more of your face you can hide, the better you look.
That's why I do it. I hide my chins under this thing. Are you kidding me? That's the whole reason I have a beard. I wasn't worried about being ugly. Just I didn't want to look like I had 8 chins. So there you go. All right, that is going to do it for your Aftercast today. I'm going to save this one for, you know what, we're not going to be on for a while because I'm out. So I will get to the bottom of this one. It was a random question Oh, we got to do birthdays, too. Quick question, and I don't know if I've ever heard you guys discuss this before. Why don't you like Jerry O'Connell? So for somebody who's just new to the program, he's the worst. He was competing for the job that Ryan Seacrest got, who was the more worst, but he was going up against Fred Savage, who we all loved. Fred Savage was awesome going for the Kelly and Ryan gig, and Jerry O'Connell was just so over the top and just, ugh.
What if he got on Dancing with the Stars? Who would you hate worse being on Dancing with the Stars, Jerry O'Connell or Ryan Seacrest? Competing.
Probably O'Connell, but he's more likely to be on it because he's a B-rate celebrity, and that's what Dancing with the Stars does. Oh yeah, Bobby's not even a B celebrity yet. He's getting there.
What's his letter?
He's a C.
What is your letter?
An F, or maybe a Z.
Don't forget about I Can Only Imagine. That movie was powerful.
A. You're
that
right.
takes you to an F+.
I don't believe Bobby Bones can say he's ever been in a film. No,
might have been.
Probably. But no, he's not. He will get there, though, with the success of this and on Dancing with the Stars and being a judge on Idol. There's a good chance that that's going to be something that catapults him. I mean, that's what Idol did for Seacrest. It made his career, and now he has 87 jobs and is just throwing his good looks in our face every day. So there you go.
He was in the movie Band Slam. I have no idea what that is. A new kid in town assembles a fledgling rock band.
That's what I say to that.
I already love it. It's my new favorite. People are complaining because they can't see you, Zach, so move over.
You're welcome.
He doesn't have facial hair, a lot of it. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to move to birthdays?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So we've got Evelyn wants to wish herself a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Evelyn. The Wally Show is the best thing about her morning drive. Nice. Rachel Satterfield wants to wish Nathan Moran a happy birthday. He is turning 18, and he has been my best friend since 5th grade. Nick and Tasha, I'm not even going to try that last name. Son Wyatt, he is turning 11 and loves the Wally Show. We're from Michigan, but he constantly listens to the podcast and Aftercast with his brothers. Mambo. Today is Mambo's birthday. My name is Mambo.
That's a great name, by the way.
Mm-hmm. And I'm wishing Mambo happy birthday. Okay. Turning 17, plays golf. Currently applying to colleges. Wants the best for her. Question: what are the things you wished you had known at the start of college that you had to learn the hard way?
That's good. Like, because I would say, like, the stereotypical joke is you have to go to class. But I went to class. I was paying for it, so I'm like, I'm gonna do really well. I wish that I had known that no one was gonna ask me my GPA. Like when I graduated, it's so frustrating. Like I had worked so hard and I wanted to do like well, and so I graduated with honors. Then I got my master's degree, graduated with a 4.0. Like I took it all really seriously, and no one cares. So that would have been nice to know.
Man, I wish I had time to think about this because there's so many lessons I feel like I had to learn, but just off the top of my head,
Was there anything socially that you had to learn about living with people? Because I didn't do the dorms ever. Mm-hmm. Like you did that.
Yeah, I had never had a sibling close in age, and so that was definitely something where I kind of had to. Like, I don't feel like I had a problem like sharing my space, but you have to. It was a good lesson in learning. It also was like a lesson in marriage of like learning how to. See other people's quirks, how they do things, and learning where to compromise on things. Like you do it one way, they do it another way. And sometimes you have to meet in the middle. Sometimes you have to give it to them because it's, something that they feel passionately about it, and just kind of navigating those waters was kind of tricky.
In your family dynamic, you would have always had your own room too because you had two brothers.
Two brothers, yeah.
And so, then you go to like almost like being an only child and having to share that space. Because I know Haley, she just didn't want to be a pushover because she doesn't like conflict. And so she would give in to everything. And then this year there was a situation with roommate switches and rooms and stuff. And she almost like was going to give in. And my wife was like, baby, do you not want to switch rooms? She's like, I really don't. And she's like, then just say that and stand your ground and you can be polite and it's okay. And she did, and the other girl was like, "Oh, okay, no big deal." So she made this big issue of like she was thinking it was going to be this huge issue, and it wasn't.
The other thing that was hard because I genuinely had like a pretty good roommate experience, but the one thing that was hard is I always roomed with extreme extroverts, like your level, maybe beyond.
Yeah.
And so as an introvert, I had to learn when to be okay with company when I wasn't feeling it, and when to shut the door politely, and when to say, hey, I really can't have someone. It's just navigating that without coming across as a jerk.
Yeah, I get that. Zach, what about you?
I think I would wish I would know that I wasn't as busy as I always thought I was. And that it's not good to tell people and complain all day about being busy.
Yeah.
Because then you're telling people you don't have time for them.
Oh, that's not why. They just get annoyed. Like that.
Well, yeah, but the fact is, I don't know. It's actually an isolating thing to constantly complain about being busy, and
because everyone knows you're not as busy as you say you are.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and in college, because it was a huge step up with busyness and responsibility from high school. But then when you look at that, then when you go and suddenly you have a lot more bills and a lot more responsibility after that.
I love hearing my daughter's busy days. It's so great. Like, oh my gosh, I had to be up. Like my class starts at 10, but we had something special, so I had to be there at 9. Like, nope. It's just funny to me.
Yeah, but I don't know. I loved college. So
Betty Rock, what about you? Now you're doing online college. So is there something you wish that you had learned, or said someone had told you about doing online college before you got into it?
There's no possibility that you can learn everything that the teacher is telling you. You can't read everything that the teacher is telling you to read, and you can't learn it all. So learn to skim. Skim is your best friend. Just skim, get what you need, and then move on. And just embrace the fact that you can't get it all. You can't embrace it all.
Yeah, because that's a lot.
Get the important facts.
Yeah, when you're trying to digest stuff in 5 to 8 weeks, like full books and everything, it's hard.
I will say that because I sometimes I get frustrated in college, like really feeling like this is too much information. This is never going to be used. But now and then, like something randomly buried in my subconscious will pop up, and I'm like, oh, I learned that. That was a good thing to know. In our job, the guy who was like my mentor for me for years said, "You in this job in radio, you will use everything you've ever known." And it's true. Like at some point in time, something you've learned is going to come up, and it's going to be used on the air in some way, shape, or form, because we talk about so many different things and different elements. So I think that's going to do it. That was our last birthday, or no? We're still going?
No, you just keep talking.
Okay,
let's just
that's
breeze
good.
through the next ones then.
Cindy wants to wish Samuel a happy birthday. He's turning 6
I'm trying to get Jared
old.
out of here so we don't miss his flight.
Frank, he's celebrating his birthday tomorrow. Loyal Potty has listened in Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, South Carolina, Kentucky. Patricia wants to wish Dr. Aaron Bernard a happy birthday. He's the most amazing doctor. Terry Farrell wants to wish Cheryl. Wow, her name is Cheryl Farrell.
And it's Terry Farrell. I know
that's
them.
Rough.
I think I know them.
Yeah, and Cheryl wants to wish Terrell. It must be their anniversary or something. Question: if you were going to write an autobiography, what would the title be?
Ooh, that's a
to quote
big
Michael
question.
Scott, I would have my sleeves rolled up and I would be shrugging, and it would say, "Somehow I managed."
Yes. Another Michael Scott-ism would be, "I want people to fear how much they love me."
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
People need more time to think about these.
That's a tough one. That's a heady one.
Mine would be something
question,
like rising from the ashes, becoming the world's greatest LeBron James fan.
Nice. Not LeBron James, fan.
You
have to post that.
I'm going to post something on our stories later, Instagram and Facebook, where Zach took the time, just some extra time he had
free time.
No, this was months ago.
Made a chart that was comparing Michael Jordan and LeBron James and who was better. And then he made Michael Jordan blue. And LeBron James red, and his
never
reason
show
for doing
anyone
that
this.
was because this is for his own pleasure, are the words that he actually used.
Yeah, for his own pleasure involves making graphs, and I love that about you. Like, that's something that I've always appreciated, is you work on a different level.
Well, because the argument about LeBron versus Michael Jordan is very important to what we recognize in society as greatness. Is greatness higher peaks, or is it longer duration? I think that's a very important debate. And I needed to see it visually.
And you did. You graphed it out.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, definitely, if you don't follow us on Instagram, you're going to want to make sure you do that.
You're not. It's so nerdy, it's not even funny.
It's awesome.
Like, it's over the top.
Moving on. This is our Friday. I guess we can't talk about weekend plans.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
You're getting a colonoscopy.
Getting a colonoscopy.
With a camera that is about a quarter size big.
Camera. Thank you again, Jared, for the visual. Thank you.
So good.
And then
our goal should be to get a Pavlovian response every time he hears a quote.
And I just go like this. Like Jim on The Office with the restart of the computer.
Yes.
Oh man, that's funny. And then I'm driving to Florida to see my dad and my mom right after having a colonoscopy. We're gonna see how that goes.
You're gonna be
14 hours in a car.
14 hours in a car.
You're gonna be stopping at a lot of bathrooms.
Yeah. All right, what about you, Knucklehead?
Hopefully decorating for Christmas, having a relaxing weekend as our first weekend out of the hospital.
Nice.
And then Wednesday we leave for Illinois, and my mother-in-law is watching right now. So
Nice.
shout out to her. That's where Joey's family is.
Yeah.
Still in Illinois.
Betty?
Celebrating with friends and family.
Nice.
I don't really know. We haven't planned yet, but hopefully going to see some Christmas lights this weekend and then driving to Ohio sometime Sunday or Monday or Saturday or Tuesday. Who knows?
And I'm really sorry if you were a potty and you're all excited thinking that tomorrow is Saturday. Because we did this a day early and you're like, no! So I apologize.
And on that note,
Thanks for being a potty.
happy Thanksgiving.